I made a promise. So here I am. We are going to reveal my NFL Week 9 power rankings live right here on the STT Sports Network. We'll do that in 30 seconds.
Pop, 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 julep. Pop, 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 julep. Pop, 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 julep. Pop, 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 woo!
And a very good evening, everybody, and welcome to the STT Sports Network. I'm your host, Phil Stiefel, host, founder, just a guy that spends way too much time live on the air, which each and every one of you. And this morning on Trend in the AM, I did say I would go live and reveal my NFL Week 9 power rankings right here on the show. Sixers game starts in like 10 minutes, so we're going to do this quick, harmless, painless, and I'm sure I'll piss somebody off along the process somewhere, somehow. Yes, Marshawn, we are live. We are live for just a few minutes, not super long. I promised the power rankings. We're going to do the power rankings. We're going to reveal them. I'm going to put the little screen up here, the little graphic. It's not filled in just yet. I don't even know which one I'm trying to put up there. Which one do I want? That's the one I'm looking for. Watch along now. I did a watch along last week. That's exhausting, man. I plan on doing a watch along for the Eagles game on Sunday if all things go well. Not really positive yet on that, but I'm considering one for Sunday's Eagles game. Considering it. But I did the watch along, last week. Can't do a watch along all the time. I got shit to do. Tomorrow's Halloween. I need my energy for Halloween tomorrow. Pizza business is crazy. I am exhausting. You're exhausting too. I haven't forgot about how exhausting you can be on a regular basis. So let's dive right into it, guys. First and foremost, no particular order, honorable mentions for my power rankings, okay? Those teams just outside of the top 10. You can put them in any order you want. The 49ers, I know they're 4-4, but still, they're still the 49ers. I got them. The Bears, I'm starting to gain a little confidence in the Chicago Bears. The Atlanta Falcons, starting to gain a little bit there. And the Broncos, I don't believe in them, but their record tells me something. And the Buccaneers, they're my 11 through 15, the quote-unquote honorable mentions. I don't know. I actually have two different – I haven't written down 1-2 Chiefs-Lions, 1-2 Lions-Chiefs. When we get to that point, then I will make that decision at the last second. Probably will be, yes, at this point as well. I don't want to give away too much, information at the very beginning, but let's go ahead and put my number 10 team right in here, and that is the ball. Even though they just lost to the Browns, I still got to put them in there as the best team in the AFC North. Well, not the best team because that would be the Steelers. I still got the Ravens at 10. Still got the Ravens at 10, despite their loss last week. I think it's more so just because of how bad so many teams are or so mediocre they are in the NFL at this point that the Ravens should still be considered a top 10 team. And I think last week was just a culmination of a lot of things. I still think the Ravens, probably looking at my power rankings, still probably one of the top 3 teams with a chance to represent the AFC in the Super Bowl. Honestly, at this point, I could be wrong, but at this point, one loss I don't think does them in. In the 9th spot, another team. It's crazy that the first 2 teams I'm putting in here, 2 teams that lost this past week. The Minnesota Vikings. I'm not ready to write the Minnesota Vikings off after their last loss last week. They're going to try to be better. They're going to try to make some trades and improve that team. I'm confident that the Vikings will hang around. They're not even the second best team in their own division, but they're probably one. They're still on track to make the playoffs. In my opinion, they're still good enough defensively speaking to make the playoffs. So that is where I'm going there. Let's see some comments. I don't see this is a problem here with the shared screen. I don't see the commies being ahead of us, but we are going to be in the 5 to 6 position. If I had to guess, it's a good guess. The Commanders are going to be ahead of the Eagles in my power rankings. Unfortunately, they are at this point, but we play them in a few weeks. And yes, that is going to be not the Eagles Cowboys. The Eagles Commanders are going to be the battle for the NFC East. Maybe the NFC. I don't know. We'll find out. Vikings ahead of the Niners, absolutely. The Niners, they're 4-4. They've had some injuries, some big injuries. They're just not playing good. I said it before the season started, Marshawn. I think the NFC West is extremely overrated this year. I thought there was going to be problems. If Christian McCaffrey doesn't come back, I don't believe the Vikings. Whoever wins that division is the only team that's going to represent them in the playoffs, in my opinion, because you're going to have 2 in the NFC East, Eagles and Commanders. You're going to have 3 in the West, or 3 in the North. So that leaves the 2 division winners as your 6th and 7th playoff spot. I don't know if they make the playoffs or not. It's going to be close. But I think Vikings coming back to earth. They might be coming back to earth. The Vikings. They very well may be coming back to earth. We'll see. I'm going to give them another week or 2 before I totally make that decision there. Commanders should be ahead of us. They are. The Eagles are behind the Commanders at this point. Not maybe big picture in my mind, but at this point, through 8 weeks of the season, the Commanders are the better team, even though they got really lucky on that Hail Mary. Commanders are the team of the moment. I love what they are doing, but I don't know the team is a lot of people, I hear a lot of destiny with the Commanders. I don't know. I don't buy that. We'll see, though. We'll see. Let's get the next team on this list in the number 8 spot. Yes, I can't believe it. I'm shocked that I'm even saying this, but the Pittsburgh Steelers. I can't believe that the Pittsburgh Steelers benched Justin Fields and still were able to win with 87-year-old Russell Wilson. They're running the ball very effectively. I got running stats for tomorrow's show. They're running the ball second most in the NFL right now. They're playing good defense. They got a great, solid head coach. They're a well-disciplined team. I actually considered putting them in the 7 spot, honestly. I also considered them flipping them with the when we get to who you see at the 7th and the 5th spot. I actually considered both the Steelers in both those spots there. Absolutely. Yes, Phil, after 8 weeks, they are better than us. I agree with that take. They are. I mean, you can't deny it. But yet we still get to play them twice. So we'll see after we match up with them twice how good they really are. We will find out at some point. Steelers, yeah. Look, I'm buying what the Steelers are selling at this point. Defense and running the ball. That's their identity. And there's nothing you can see. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that identity right there at all. All right, so let's jump into the 7th spot, a team that actually considered flipping with the Steelers. And it's another NFC North team, the Green Bay Packers. I was harsh in my preseason criticism of Jordan Love and the hype. Now, we did beat the Packers, the Eagles, in week 1 in Brazil. That's the first time I've said that in a while. But they are on a 4-game winning streak, Eagles on 3. I considered flipping the Steelers with them. I did. I considered putting the Eagles behind the Packers, or the Packers ahead of the Eagles. But our win against them kind of edges the Eagles over the Packers there. I don't know. I haven't watched a lot of Packers football this year. I can only box score check them and do that kind of analysis. Jordan Love's been good, but I haven't been wowed by anything I've seen in highlights or read about the Green Bay Packers yet this year, which is crazy because they're 6-2 in a division with the Lions and the Vikings as well. I'm assuming that the NFC North hasn't played each other much yet this year. Packers are looking solid. Love is playing well. I agree. They look solid. They sound solid. We'll see. Let them get into their tough division battles. Let's see who comes out of that division for sure. And at number 6, finally, see, I'm not going total homer and putting them in like the top 3 or anything. I got the Philadelphia Eagles and their 3-game winning streak in the 6th spot. Honestly, we're one drop pass from Saquon Barkley from being 6-1 instead of 5-2. The The schedule's been brutal. The travel's been brutal. The injuries have been brutal. But I got the Eagles at 6 still. And they better get the win this week against the Jacksonville Jaguars, which I think they do. And I think they will. How does Green Bay keep getting these quarterback picks and doing well without? Yeah, I mean, you got the Colts benching Anthony Richardson already. Yet the Packers have gone from Favre to Rodgers to now Jordan Love, who looks like he's at least going to be a good quarterback for a long time at a minimum. At a minimum, a good quarterback for a long time. That's roughly where we should be. I think you could go Eagles, Packers, Steelers, anywhere. Actually, the team that I got in the 5th spot, I don't think the Eagles should go in the 5th spot. But you can rearrange 5 through 8 once I put that 5 team there. And I would not argue in any shape, way. You could put the Steelers at 6, Eagles at 7, Packers at 8. You can go Packers at 6, Steelers at 7, Eagles at 8. You can go, I think those 3 teams in a power ranking situation are very interchangeable, Duck, at this point. 6-1 would have been a lot more delicious, and it would have been. It would have been. Just had to catch that ball, Saquon. And here's the team in the 5 spot. I don't actually buy them. I don't believe in them. Their record tells me one thing, but my eye test tells me another thing, and that's the Houston Texans. I consider putting the Steelers all the way up here. I consider putting the Eagles and the Packers up here. I know Stefon Diggs looks like he's out for the year, so I have a feeling the Texans are going to fall a little bit. Their division is very easy to win. There is no dominant team in their division at all. But at this point, entering week 9, I've got to put the Texans at 5. At this point, I just don't know. How they're going to overcome the Stefon Diggs injury. Diggs, it's an ACL tear. Yeah, that's what I thought it was. I just don't know how they overcome that. But right now, entering this week, I've got to put them there. I just don't know if the longevity throughout the season, they're going to win their division, even without Diggs. I don't think there's an argument there. I just don't think they'll be a top 5 team for much longer this year. Stroud is good, but Texans need to replace the Diggs. Yeah, they're going to the trade deadline's election day, right? Yeah, the trade deadline's election day. So I would expect them to make a trade for a wide receiver at some point here. I would have us ahead of the Texans. Yeah, I really think you can 5 through 8 really rearrange that in pretty much any way, and I would not argue. I don't think anybody from 5 through 8 should be in the top 4. I don't think the Vikings or Ravens should be in that 5 through 8. I think the 5 through 8 teams are debatable, but set in that situation. Phil, Howie Seldom Dotson. Yeah, does the NFL have a similar rule to the NBA? Like, I know when you bring in a player in the NBA, you have to wait X amount of time until you can trade them again. I don't know. I'm just randomly asking if there's a rule like that. But I doubt you could get much for him. You're not going to get your 3rd round pick back for him. That's for sure. What could we get in exchange for Dotson? You might get a 5th round pick back for him. Maybe. I mean, I guess everyone tells me, oh, he's got this rookie contract that's cheap. Maybe you get a 4th. I don't know. Do you really want to trade Dotson? Like, what good is trading or not trading him anyway? I'm just going to roll with it for as long as possible. Get our 3 back. Yeah, you're not getting your 3 back for Dotson. Not at this point. It's just not happening. A bus token, yeah, a bus token or a sign. I love this. A Marcos jersey. Oh man, I love it. I love it. All right, coming in at number 4 on my power rankings right here. Here's where your Washington Commanders. Trying to spell here live on the air. That's never been. I haven't been good at spelling since I won the 3rd grade spelling bee at Holy Cross in like 1989 or something like that. I think I got Commanders spelled right there. Commanders, best team at the moment in the NFC East. 2nd best team in the NFC. Don't know if it's a longevity thing. I don't know how we're going to match up with them when that first game happens in 3 weeks, 4 weeks. But at this moment, I got to put them there. Got to. I think it's fair. I think my power rankings this time, at least up through 3, are very fair. I don't think there's any controversy this week. I haven't done my power rankings. I haven't kept up on them throughout the year like I have in years past. I think I'm going to try once a week. I don't know if it'll always be Wednesday, but I'm going to try to go live to reveal my power rankings. More content on the channel. More me wasting my time with you sickos that love to talk to me on a regular basis. All right, number 3 in my power rankings. Again, I didn't think I was going to be typing this at the beginning of the season, but the Buffalo Bills have been playing great football this year. Josh Allen's playing better without Stephon Diggs than with Stephon Diggs. Go figure on that. The Buffalo Bills are in my 3 spot. And yes, Marshawn, as predicted, the Chiefs and Lions are in the 1-2 spot. But how will I go? I knew before the show started. What's up, Barb? How you doing tonight? I told you I'm doing it. This is live. We are doing comments. We're doing live. Later tonight, when I do the Eagles check down, that won't be live at 11 p.m., but this is live. Doing the rankings and taking your comments on my power rankings. This is not going to be much longer. I'm already at 16 minutes. I thought this was going to be like a 5-minute show, 10-minute show, because it wasn't planned or pre-prepared. But we're still rolling with it. We're still rolling with it. All right. Always include one controversial. Yeah, I know. I normally do that, actually. I do normally do that, Tech, but I don't think there's any controversy in the NFL right now. But as I type in my 2 and my 1, I can't type and host a show at the same time. Yes. Oh, what the heck happened there? Yes, I am putting the Lions ahead of the Kansas City Chiefs at this point. I am putting the Detroit Lions ahead of the Kansas City Chiefs. Let me say that again. The Lions are the best team in the NFL. Will that be the case 6 weeks from now? I don't know. But yes, I am putting the Lions number 1 in my power rankings. Chiefs might be undefeated, but I do not buy the Chiefs. I do not think the Chiefs are as good as their record says. They have played very lackadaisical football, very lazy football. There seems to be something off with the Kansas City Chiefs this year. And it might not bite them in the ass and lose the division. But I don't if I was a football team, I wouldn't be scared of the Chiefs come playoff time. Law of averages are going to fall down a little bit there. Taking Diggs away from him forces Allen. Yeah, absolutely agree with you on that. Duck, I just found out I'm happy too. Yes, we're all happy. Lions are playing better. The Lions are playing great all around football. Honestly, I would take the Lions to beat the Chiefs. Yeah, if on a neutral field today, Tech, I am picking the Lions. If you're going to be a betting man, I don't know if you're a betting man, Tech. But I would put that line at like -1.5 Lions at this point. Like basically a pick 'em. But yeah, I'm all over the Detroit Lions at this point. That could change 2 weeks from now, 3 weeks from now. But right now, Lions are the number 1 team. Can't disagree. Lions are playing great football. The Chiefs don't look the part of a 7-0 team. They just don't. And I don't know why. But I would. I wouldn't trust Washington or Vikings. I don't trust the Vikings at all. Not at all, Barb. But the Washington, they're going to make the playoffs, Washington. Said it before the season started. The Eagles 1, Washington 2, Dallas 3 in the division. And it seems like that bold prediction might actually come true. But yeah, I wouldn't trust the Vikings at all. Yeah. Should I change trending in the AM to trending in the PM? Yeah, I don't know if I could do that. Don't think I could do that. I don't have the time at night to do that regularly. That's the problem with night shows. You just never know what's going to happen on any given day at the pizza shop. Here is my power rankings, though. Week 9, and we're going to try to do the power rankings live Tuesday, Wednesday, or Thursday nights, weekly, depending on what my work schedule is. Lions 1, Chiefs 2, Bills 3, Commanders 4, Texans 5, Eagles 6, Packers 7, Steelers 8, Vikings 9, Ravens 10. Honorable mentions are down there as well. I hope you guys agree. You can agree to disagree. Hashtag that. Stupid. Why'd I even try to say that for a joke right there? Yes, well done. Go Birds. That's right. It's time for me to go crack a beer. Well, crack another beer. It's time for me to go watch some Sixers basketball. I'll be back tomorrow morning, as always, 8 a.m. We got Dylan Davis from DSM Media joining me tomorrow, guys. So you're not going to want to miss it. I got a lot of Eagles, a lot of Sixers, A lot of fun stuff to talk about. So, guys, make sure you hit that like button, that subscribe button, that follow button, that share button. Wherever you're watching, if you're watching this on replay, a lot of people will watch on replay. Please drop your comments below. I will see them. Probably. The game just started, and they probably are up 20 already. I wouldn't be shocked about that at all. Tobias Harris has probably got 40 points already in the game. But with that being said, go Birds, and bubbles up to y'all.
Pop, 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 julep. Pop, 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 julep. Pop, 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 julep. Pop, pop.